What's up, guys? We're live. God, it's like all this shit hits just at once. It's like the same thing across everything, all at the same time. All right, so let's see. God, I can't even think right now as to what's going on. Um. All right, so EA released. They posted the tweet today. Um, and it's updates on what's going to carry over. So everybody's been asking about what's going to carry across to the new season of FIFA Mobile. What is happening? Everybody's questioning, like, if we're getting the new Nexon model for, if we're getting the Asian football, their version of FIFA Mobile, what is it going to do to everything? What's it going to be? And every few days they seem to trickle in like a new change, like this is happening, and then they say, oh well, guess what, now this is happening, and then this is coming down, and it's like each one is so bad that we forget about the problems with the last one, and you're like, hey, remember all that shit? Yeah, that didn't change. It's just as bad as it was before. So, Jesus. Let's take a look at the big things as far as the reset goes. What is not carrying over? Well, here's what does carry over. What does carry over is your FIFA points. They carry over. Your now and later points is carrying over. The now and later points and your now and later players, you'll get those back after the first of the year, obviously. Your user logos, like your game clubs and that kind of stuff, are your logos are coming over. The kits will be coming over again, and everything, everything else is getting dumped. It's it. What we're losing in the new reset is you're losing all your players. Obviously, this is the stuff that's not changing, that we always knew. You can't carry over resources like XP and that kind of shit. None of that's carrying over there. You're not carrying over any of your players. The legacy is gone. Your past profiles is gone, so you can no longer see what you've done in past seasons. And the new season will be just FIFA Mobile. It won't be FIFA Mobile 22 because it'll just continue. No, it was not a good meeting. Your VIP level, none of that shit carries over. Here's the big one, though. This is what we just hit. This is what information just hit. The new version of the game is going to be, it's region locked. It's region locked. It's the region locking is a big deal, which means that if you've been playing the game for, let's say, more than 6 months, which has got to be a big portion of the community. If you've been playing for more than 6 months, you're probably in a league. If you've been playing for more than a season, you're definitely in a league. And you've probably been in the same league for a long time. And you've created friendships and friends in these leagues. Well, guess what? That's all gone. Gone out the window. Region locking the game means that you're stuck. You're only able to play with the people in your region. There's 7 regions. So it's Asia and Oceania. It's region 1. Europe and East Europe is 2. West Europe, Indian subcontinent, Latin America, Middle East and Africa, and then North America. So the way this works out is I think the majority of us are in leagues with their international leagues. Like, I don't know anyone. I don't know a single player in the game that has a region-based league. So this utter bullshit that we've been handed is so out there that it's nobody gives a shit about not having a market anymore, because this just changed everything. The game will be region locked, and there are so many problems that come along with region locking the game. Unless you're going to connect behind a VPN to be able to set your region the way we had to with the whole, with the beta, to get you into a different region. And if you're traveling, that's going to cause problems. It's, I don't know. They're not going to fix it. This is done. We're way past the, are they going to change this or are they going to fix it? That shit's done. It's done and gone. They region locked it. They haven't learned anything from DVD locking. It's, I don't know. I'm North America. So it's like Ruben will be in the European, he'll be West Europe, I think. Yeah, he'll be West Europe. No, wait. Yeah, he'll be West Europe. Ruben will be West Europe. I'll be North America with Stopty. DJ will be West Europe. It's gonna change everything. And not only are the silver lining is that now all content creators are on board with complaining about the new season, not only the market guys. Yeah, finally. I don't know. Yeah, it's devastating. It's not like your market. It's not the market. It's gameplay, friends lists, matchmaking. Here's the other one. It's events. Events are going to be region based, and they're talking about this. It's the whole global aspect of the game is being cut, and it's being segregated into 7 regional games, with each region having the ability to have their own events. No international servers. There will be no more international gameplay. No international leagues, no international matchmaking, nothing. The international aspect of FIFA Mobile is done. Who on earth would want to watch in VR? Yeah. My league has like 4 people now. Yeah, I don't know. Events will be region based. FIFA points, and expenses, the cost to play, will be region based. Yeah, that's where it's going to be. There could be a lot of benefits. Like what? Name one benefit. The only benefit you're going to see from this is that if you're in an area where you had laggy connections, then it could help your laggy connections. Or if you're in, let's say, India, and you have to pay And the cost of FIFA points is now peanuts and peas. That's literally the only advantage that you're having. Yeah. You cannot play against anyone outside your region. You can't create friend lists. There's no more we can no longer like do rate my squads on video. Collaborations are done as far as all that goes, because if you're outside of the region and you're not in the same region, you can't do anything. The market is going to be crazy because not in a good way crazy, but it's going to minimize it. They're going to 7 markets and it's all demand based. They haven't changed any of that. And there's other stuff. There's still shit they're not announcing yet that it's still like, oh, here, hold my beer. We got more. There's more news coming. And yeah, it's not getting any better. It's definitely not getting better. It's every day. It's something new. So it's possible that by Thursday we've got the drop of Thursday is where they're gonna dump in the whatever it is. No, there's not. The 3 markets were bot markets. There are no more bots. So there's not 21 markets. There's no longer 3 individual bots. It is just player-to-player exchanges. The market is done. There is no market in the new game. It is just a player-to-player exchange system. It's like Craigslist without the handies. It starts at the reset, and then that's what we're gonna have. Like the expectations right now is that we will move into the Asian model, which means there's no more resets. Once this reset happens, then we will just continue to play. Well, no, there's no more resets after this. Yeah, it becomes a season. Yeah. Yeah. How about I make a poll on the FIFA Mobile survey, ask people the region, and then people just connect to the most voted region using VPN? Everything is back to normal. I thought about that as a joke. Like, can we all just overwhelm one region? Can we all just pick a region and everyone as a community just move to the same region and play behind a VPN? But you know how much a pain in the ass it would be? It's I don't know. Might have to go back to PES Mobile. No resets is not yet. No future resets is not yet confirmed. There's a lot of stuff that has not yet been confirmed because they're trickling out the information publicly. We all log into the Indian subcontinent. Yeah, that's where the cheapest prices will be. That's definitely where the cheapest prices will be. From season to season, I was 12 when we had the last reset. Yeah. That's what we're looking at. I don't even know, because this drop of this bit of information about region locking the game is so much out of the comfort zone for everybody that I don't really know how we'll be able to move forward after this. Worst updates and news yet to come. Yes. Yes. There's more information coming. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. So get ready. The only time you'll ever hear me complain that I'm moving into an Asian model. It's just one time login from a region, not every time. No, it's once. That's the problem. When you create your login, see, this is what we've been talking about today before the stream, that we don't know how it's going to work, because if you're traveling and you turn the game back on, you'll be in a new region. It won't reconnect you to the region you're supposed to be in. So now they're talking about warnings coming up that if you log into another region, you're going to lose progress. We don't know how that's going to work, and they're not addressing it yet. It's not it's not going to be like we just use a VPN to create an account and then you're done. This is not a prank. No, this is not a prank. And that's the other thing. We don't know if the reset is going to be an international reset time, which would make sense because they're still updating content based on everything. It's, yeah, I don't know. In the Ultimate 11 team, but now you can play with 22 players in one team. You do get more players. You apparently have not played the beta because Substitutions is in. Don't think soccer's that popular in North America? Exactly. Yes, it's not. It's definitely not. And will that kill EA in this area? Probably. Yeah. It's yeah, I don't even know. It's Stopty and I, being in North America on our side, we are going to it's going to be tough to maintain like not support, but I think the days of streaming FIFA Mobile may be on the way out, because I mean, we'll be able to make content. You can make content that works across all regions. You won't be able to deal with the whole, with regional events that are not in your region. So like, let's say they have a 4th of July event in North America. Then here, I can do North America events, and it will, appeal to the 11 people that play the game here in North America. It'll be Stopty and I creating content for each other. And then, but like, as there's events, elsewhere, like, I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to make Boxing Day a Europe only event? Are we just not going to get Boxing Day? And we don't know if the players are going to go across. Like, is it going to be, we're waiting on this kind of information in these announcements, is like, what'll happen if you have specific players that are dumped into, where's Anton game discussion? We don't really know what's going to happen if let's say that there's special players that get dumped in to, from, yeah, Boxing Day is a UK thing. So let's say the Boxing Day releases all of the Premier League players that all of us want, but if it's a Boxing Day UK event and we're still playing a Christmas event in North America, do we get the Boxing Day players? Or are we going to be stuck with a bunch of MLS shit that nobody wants? ISL as the only TOTS event? Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I'm reading about this. That if you're on Discord in the game discussion on Discord, Antoine is over there attempting to answer questions. But are you sure the events are region locked, or maybe the matchmaking is only region locked? No, 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 no. They are moving the game into seven segregated games. So each game will be more region locked, and the plan is to make it more of a regional game. So not all events will be region. Some events will be across. Like I think everybody will get team of the season, team of the year, that kind of stuff. But there will be a lot of events that will be region specific. I don't think it'll be a MLS team of the season event. I think it'll be team of the season will be the same players for all regions. But will there be some events that we all like to play that become regional events? That's the question. So, like Boxing Day, will that be a regional event? That's that's the question. Will Boxing Day be a regional event? That's like the first thing I want to know, because that changes a lot. I mean, it is nuts. The amount of shit going on the server, it's going to go into slow mode just because there's so many people. But I do want to say this. I do want to say that no one's blaming Antoine for this. Antoine isn't the one at fault. So don't take out all of your frustrations on Antoine. It's definitely not what's going to happen. I think I've said this before. Like if you walk into a restaurant and you're greeted by the maitre d', and he's this guy there, and he's like, "Let me show you to your table." It's not his decision what the soup of the day is. That it's not his decision. It's the guy's back in the kitchen. Okay, so we can't blame the maitre d' for whether or not you want clam chowder. So don't destroy Antoine for this. I mean, I think how upset everybody's going to be. So you need to let Antoine know. Don't not let him know. But, just railing on Antoine isn't going to do anybody any good. Boxing Day, Independence Day, Frozen event isn't a thing in Asia. I don't know. Not everyone will have an equal chance at creating the best team. At number one, everyone is definitely not going to have the same chance at creating the same team, because with this region locking, we've seen how they've been testing multiple prices, and that's going to happen next season. So depending upon what region you're in, the amount of money you're going to pay for FIFA points is going to be different for everybody. So if you're in the Indian region and you're paying $4 for 2,000 FIFA points, but somebody in North America is paying $20 for the same amount of FIFA points, because the region shift and the amount of money that's required for the same amount of resources, that immediately splits the whole thing up. That changes everything. Yeah, I don't even see Antoine able to answer anybody at this point. The game discussion is just, it's rolling. It's rolling fast and hard. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so let's see. The rest of this season, we're close. It is. If FIFA points will be a different expense in each of the regions, it does become 7 different games. But their spin on it is, you're only playing with those players in your region, so you're only competing against those players. But that's not what the game is. That's not how it's ever been. That's not how it's gonna be. Yeah, they every corporate decision here in this, they're just nailing the coffin lid in one nail at a time. And I don't know how many people will be able to stick around with this as it moves forward. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. VPNs, it's different. It's so, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of people that try to get into the cheaper FIFA point region of like the Indian market, where the FIFA points are going to be dirt cheap. But you're competing against everybody else paying the same amount of money for those FIFA points. So if you stay in your region, you're only going to be competing with the people in your region, and they're paying the same amount. It's, but you have no bragging rights. What's it going to do? I mean, it's like the Discord, everything's going to have to be region based in the Discord servers. Your entire, the guides will be fine. You'll be able to understand what happens with the guides across all the platforms. But would you be interested? I mean, as a community, are you going to watch somebody play the game in another region where their coin value is different than your coin value, because everything is a player-to-player exchange, and the demand is set up for the players, and your demand is based on how many coins you have and how much you're investing into the game? It's awful. It makes us unlucky being stuck with all the whales in the world. Honestly, I think the worst region you could possibly be in is the Indian region, because it's that whole region where the cheap Viva points. It's if you're not spending money, you're not going to be able to compete with the mass amount of players who are spending the money. So it's in that range where you're either priced out, where the points are too expensive to buy, so everybody kind of falls down here, or if the value of the points is so low, that gap between spending and not spending is going to be really small until you spend more to get it up to here. So a free-to-play player here, okay, think about this. This is economics in a sense that if it takes X amount of dollars, okay, to spend in the game to get you this far ahead, and it's the same X amount of dollars in every region, but one region, that X pushes you much farther ahead than in another region, that means that where the fever points are at their cheapest will have the largest gap between free to play and pay to play. The cheaper the FIFA points, the larger the gap. So unless you're spending money, the Indian region is going to be the most god-awful region it is, because of the FIFA point price range there, it being so low, it's not going to be where you want to be. You will not be able to compete. You'll look great on a global market because, you'll be able to post your images in Twitter and people are like, oh my God, he's so good, blah, blah, blah. But you're not going to be able to compete with anybody in your range unless you're spending what everybody else is spending. It's going to be so weird. And I think what it's done is it's going to segregate the community into 7 regions. And instead, like right now where we have the 3 markets, there's the ability to not play in additional markets, but it's a very small portion of it. So I didn't get the Economics 101 lecture. Can you explain it again with apples instead of dollars? Yes. Okay, so we'll explain it with apples instead of dollars. If everyone is given 1 apple in your country to play, stop and think about this. This is what's going to happen. So everybody gets an apple, okay? And that 1 apple is what supports you for the day. So you eat the apple, you survive, and you walk around and everybody's like, great. Okay. But if 2 apples makes you a little bit faster, 3 apples makes you really fast. And if you eat like an entire bushel of apples, you're like flying all over the place. Okay. So when you have a country where that second apple costs all the money you make in a day, very few people are going to buy a second apple. So everybody around is moving at the same speed, except the few people who have the money to buy a second apple. And then you got them, they're moving a little bit quicker than everybody else. But as when you look down on top of it, everybody's moving about the same speed. But all of a sudden in another country, you say, okay, instead of an apple costing you everything you need for today, we'll give you 1,000 apples for the same amount of money. Now you have all the people who are like, I'm not buying any extra apples, and they're walking around real slow. And then everybody else is like, well, shit, apples are cheap. I'll buy 6, 7 apples. And then they're moving really, really fast. And then you get these other guys are like, I'm buying 1,000 apples because they're so dirt cheap. Then the range of everybody moving in that market, like when you look down on top of it, is you've got some slow, you've got others quick, some are fast, and then some speeding around. Because when that price difference between 1 apple and 1,000 apples is so low, it becomes an issue. So getting into a region where the FIFA points are so cheap will create a larger gap between the people who are willing to buy no apples and the people that are willing to buy 1,000 apples, as compared to a region where 1,000 apples is the same price as 1 apple. That's the difference. There will be 7 markets. Each region has its own market because it's not a market. It is a player-to-player exchange. Think of it like Facebook Marketplace, except now you're not allowed to ship anything. You can only buy the stuff that is within your area. So if you can drive over and pick up a treadmill, that's fine, but you can't ship a treadmill to yourself from Bangladesh. It doesn't work that way. That's the way the new system is. You really doubt your logic on the Indian region? No, it's not. That is sound logic. It doesn't matter. You're missing the entire point. It doesn't matter if they have a lot of free-to-play players. The cost difference, it becomes easier for that region to spend a little bit of money. That's what you're missing. The ability to spend a little bit of money and make a big difference. The other regions don't get that. So the difference between being free to play and pay to play in that region it's a very small difference, where in other regions it's a big difference. That's the difference. Doesn't matter if 99% of the people don't spend a penny. The ones that do spend a penny, it's a larger jump. If you spend a penny in another portion of the world, you're not free to play, or you're not pay to play. You're pay to play, but hey, I got 4 FIFA points. Yay! That's the difference. Did you do the giveaway yet? The giveaway doesn't happen today. I'm doing the giveaway tomorrow. In India, people are poor, and in USA, Europe ain't. So you're lucky. Actually, it's not. I can't explain the way things work if that's the way you're thinking. It's not the same thing. It's the value difference between A and B. It's not about whether or not you have money or not. It's about the value of what you're buying. You think you should just wait and see? Yeah, that's good. Good choice. Wait and see. Oh. If mostly everyone log into the Indian subcontinent, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not as simple as creating a VPN and logging in one time. It's not going to work that way. If you created an account, is it better to play with whales or the other way around? It's definitely the other way around. But the difference is a whale in India compared to a whale in North America are on 2 different economic scales. So, I thought the apples was a pretty good way to explain it. But if you're still confused, it's that if your country, if the cost of FIFA points is lower in your country, it becomes much easier to slowly step away from free to play. If we use VPN first time we log in new season, can we manipulate region? No. Nope, it's not like that. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be messed up. I don't know. And it's like all of these changes are coming together, and it's creating a new game. So it's almost as if EA would have been better off saying we're no longer making FIFA Mobile. We're changing the name. It's going to be a new game because then I think people would have been okay with a lot of this stuff. It's just that the way things are set up right now, it's not going to be. It's going to be bad. Time to watch it burn down. Yeah. I think I'm more upset about the region lock than I am the no legacy profiles. And I'm more upset about the no site profile or the no profiles than I am the market. So it's like stepping our way back through all this stuff. I don't even know. What am I looking at? If I travel, will the region change? No, you're stuck in the region that you're first logged into season 6 with. So if that's not what we were told earlier. That's not what we were told before this whole thing started. I don't even know if they know exactly what they're saying about that does. EA done this for affordability in each region. Will I leave FIFA Mobile for console? I don't know how things will pan out next season. Caribbean don't have a region. That's a good question. I don't know where Caribbean would be. Latin America. Caribbean's going to be in the Latin America model. Basically South America. That's what it looks like. While the devs were high on coke, I don't think this was the developer's decision. I don't think this is the developer's decision at all. They're not changing it. You're losing your leagues. You're losing your leagues at the end of the season. They're not making any changes to that. Oh. So frustrating. So frustrating. All right, so the reason we started late with this is I was stuck in a meeting. I cannot shift over to Twitch. I don't have the time to switch over to Twitch. Then whose decision? Government? Yeah, so we're not gonna. I'm not running the Twitch stream today. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the Twitch stream. Tomorrow's stream on Twitch is when we'll do all the rate my squads. That'll be the only thing we do is rate my squads and the giveaway. Korean FIFA Mobile model for each region. Yes, because they partnered with Nexon. Playing FIFA killed by them. Yep. It's a global game that they just put everybody in their own corner. This was top secret after the freeze. Now, actually, the top secret after freeze was the beta. The wheel for the giveaway is more fun than the game. Yeah, you can only do Rate My Squads next season on Discord and Twitter, but nobody will care because each region will have different abilities to reach different OVRs because of the difference in the cost of FIFA points. That'll be the difference. It adds a new component to what's available. No more FCBE. Yep. There could still be a FC Brotherhood Elite, if, depending upon if it'll just be the UK region. But there will be a lot of us that can't be involved. Regional FCBE. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty upset. I love my league. I've been in my league for years. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Most streamers will be talking about past seasons on streams than the current one. Yeah. What's the incentive behind this? Money. That's it. It's gonna be tough. I think my plan right now is to continue to play after the reset. Continue to make content after the reset. I don't know if I'll stream. I don't know if I'll continue to stream the game. My Twitch streams may turn to other games. I've got 2 other games I've been playing, and those I may put a little bit more emphasis on the other 2 games and see where that goes. UFC 2 and Raid, and put a little bit more focus on those 2 games. Need a beer. Yeah, it's tough. But again, the one thing I want to emphasize is I don't think, number one, you cannot blame Antoine for this. It's definitely not Antoine. And I don't think you can blame, I don't think you can blame the devs either. I don't think the development team is to blame for this as well. I think this is, this was handed down by, this is a much higher region than that. Football Manager try? I don't know. I don't know. We saw this coming, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. No, UFC 2 is not out yet. UFC 2 is not out yet, but I was finally able to get into the game. I was finally given permission to play and stream. I just can't do it here on YouTube. The YouTube, if I do a live stream on YouTube, all I can do is talk. I'm not allowed to play any games on here, which is why it's just me. I'm not allowed to play any gaming whatsoever on YouTube. The developers that could have said no, they won't develop it. Yeah, spoken like someone who doesn't have a job. No, UFC 2 should not be regional. FIFA console, I quit playing FIFA console when they broke the market and it went to a price fixed model. I stopped playing. All right, that's where we're going to end it. That'll be the end of this one today. Sorry I was late. I had plans for today, but we're going to move all of that tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Twitch. Tomorrow will be a Twitch day. And we'll give away Salah to anybody who's still playing this game. It's going to be the most pointless giveaway ever. You got like 2 weeks. You can play with this exclusive Salah for a couple of weeks and then see where it goes. But yeah, I don't know about the 7 reset times. That's a good question. I can ask that and let you guys know tomorrow. Will there still be giveaways next season? No idea. No idea. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. And I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully work doesn't throw things all up tomorrow. And we can do the Twitch stream with all of the Rate My Squads. The last one ever. That's the plan for tomorrow. The last Rate My Squad ever stream will be tomorrow. All right. Thanks a lot for hanging out. We can't rate anybody because we're on YouTube. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep streaming.